What really impacted me with my Roots and Branches experience was the depth that God worked in me in just a 90-minute window. A real change occurred to me on November 15th when I was here last time. And I don't even remember dates. I mean, I know my birthday, my wife's birthday, 50-50 on my anniversary, but November 15th, I think I'm going to remember that date for a long time. It was experiencing God in a very real and a very deep, a very meaningful way. And what I wrote in my journal was, it's the first time in 55 years that I'd looked in the mirror and I really saw who I was instead of who I wasn't. My spiritual experience had never meshed like this with a physiological experience. And I mean, I felt in my body things happen, which, again, that's on the grid of how I see life and what my experience of Jesus has been. That's like right at the very edge of my grid. But when it was happening, it was a beautiful thing because I knew, Jesus was a part of it. And what keeps coming to mind is the verse that says, when two or more are gathered in His name. And I thought, we were always trying to do this one-on-one, just me and Jesus, because I didn't know of another place safe enough to really take an honest look at that work. So I'd get my books and I'd read and I'd pray and I'd read and I'd pray and I'd study and I'd think. And the best I can come up with is that maybe that was the difference. There were two or more gathered that day. So a lot happened. In a word, there's a freedom that I have. It's a freedom that allows me to show up in this world and to show up in relationships, especially with my wife, the way that I want to, more the way that I want to without feeling like I'm dragging some baggage with me. So I'm beginning to live more as the person that God created me to be in the first place. The last 7 months of life have convinced me that it wasn't a Band-Aid on cancer. We did some chemo, I guess, and got rid of the cancer. Not that it won't try to come back. I mean, it has numerous times, but I guess I just feel like I'm equipped now. I know what the truth is.